The woman everyone called cursed became queen in one night. No warning. No explanation. One evening she was fetching water at the river. By sunrise, she sat beside the king. The same villagers who mocked her knelt before her. But when the old palace priest saw the new queen, he dropped his staff in fear, because he knew something nobody else knew. The king had not chosen an ordinary woman. He had married a secret, a prophecy, a danger. And before the next full moon, that secret will shake the kingdom. Because the woman they rejected was never meant for the village. She was hidden there, waiting. And there was a reason fate placed a crown on her head overnight. But when the truth came out, some would call it destiny. Others would call it a curse. And both would be right. Long ago in Umuora village lived a young woman named Chineye. People avoided her. Not because she was wicked, but because of the strange story tied to her birth. The night she was born, thunder struck the sacred Iroko tree. The river overflowed. And the village oracle whispered, "This child carries a throne wrapped in sorrow." Fear entered the village. And never left. When her mother died years later, people blamed Chineye. When drought came, they blamed Chineye. One accusation became a legend. Soon everyone called her cursed. Children ran from her. Women shut doors when she passed. No man dared seek her hand. Only Mama Neka, an old widow, loved her. She raised her, protected her, and always said, "The world rejects what it does not understand." But Chineye often wept. Why was she hated for simply existing? As she grew older, her beauty became impossible to ignore. But even beauty made people afraid. Some said spirits guarded her. Others claimed no ordinary woman had eyes like hers. One afternoon a hunter got lost near the river. He found Chineye singing, and froze. Her voice sounded almost sacred. He returned to the village saying, "That woman is not what you think." But nobody listened. Years passed. Then trouble struck the kingdom. The king became sick. Strange shadows haunted the palace. Diviners failed. Healers failed. Then the royal oracle spoke. The kingdom can only survive when the hidden woman rejected by her people enters the throne. No one understood. Soldiers searched many lands. Then one moonlit night, royal horses stopped in Umuora. The captain asked, "Where is Chineye?" The village panicked. Why would the palace seek her? Then before everyone, the captain bowed and said, "The king has chosen his bride." Silence. Even birds seemed to stop. The cursed woman. Chosen queen. Impossible. Yet before dawn, Chineye was taken to the palace. And the village that rejected her watched destiny leave. At the palace, she was dressed in royal cloth, perfumed oils, gold bracelets. Yet whispers followed her. Servants doubted her. Chiefs mocked her. But the king, King Obina, looked at her as if remembering something lost. Their wedding happened almost immediately. And by sunrise, Chineye was queen. Just like that. But something strange happened. The king's sickness vanished. Rain returned. Harvest grew. People began whispering she brought favor. But one man feared her rise. Chief Maduka, the king's advisor. A man hungry for power. He believed this village woman would ruin his plans. Then the old palace priest saw a mark on Chineye's wrist. And trembled. A hidden royal mark. He knew. But stayed silent. Days later, Chineye began hearing strange whispers in palace corridors at night. as if unseen voices called her name. Then she found a locked chamber. Inside, an old portrait. A queen who looked exactly like her. She froze. Who was this woman? Before she could ask, Chief Maduka arrived. Watching. Smiling. Too calm. Danger had begun. Then Mama Neka secretly came to the palace. Terrified, she told Chineye, "You were never mine." Before she explained, assassins attacked. Someone wanted the truth buried. Now Chineye knew. A secret surrounded her. Meanwhile, Maduka spread rumors. He told the kingdom the queen bewitched the king. Fear returned. The same rejection followed her into royalty. Then the priest finally revealed part of the truth. Years ago, a royal child disappeared. Hidden from killers. Thought dead. And he believed that child was Chineye. Shock. But before more could be revealed, Maduka accused her publicly of stealing the throne. The kingdom erupted. Then he demanded sacred trial. If the ancestors rejected her, she dies. If they accept her, truth is settled. But secretly, Maduka planned to make sure she never returned alive. And Chineye discovered something worse. The king himself may have been betrayed for years. Not by enemies, but by those closest to him. Now this was no longer about a crown. It was survival. The royal council gathered. Some urged Chineye to flee. The king begged her not to face the shrine. It may kill you. But Chineye stood. Calm. Strong. And said, if truth fears trial, then it is not truth. Silence filled the hall. Even enemies stared. She accepted. At dawn she would enter the sacred shrine. A place where lies died. That night Mama Neka confessed. She had hidden a royal infant long ago. Saved from murder. Raised in secrecy. That child was Chineye. Everything was true. Yet danger remained. Maduka had planted men near the shrine. The trial was a trap. Still Chineye refused to run. Because some destinies demand courage. At sunrise she walked barefoot to the shrine. People lined the road. Some prayed. Some expected her death. But Chineye did not look back. For the rejected woman had stopped running from fate. Now fate would answer. The shrine doors closed behind her. Thunder roared. Darkness swallowed everything. Outside, people waited. Hours passed. Then sacred drums began beating alone. Boom. 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 Priest trembled. The old priest whispered. The ancestors are speaking. Suddenly lightning struck. Doors burst open. And Chineye stepped out. Alive. Holding an ancient royal sword no ruler had lifted in generations. Gasps. People fell to their knees. Then a voice from the shrine thundered. The true heir stands revealed. Maduka panicked. His secrets unraveling. Then the priest exposed him. He had murdered the former queen. Poisoned kings. Stolen power. And tried killing the lost princess. Soldiers seized him. But one final twist remained. The old priest held up a royal seal. Proof. Chineye was not merely queen by marriage. She was rightful heir by blood. The crowd shook in disbelief. The woman they called cursed was born for the throne. And then Maduka made one last move. He escaped. Grabbed the blade. Rushed toward the king. But Chineye stepped before him. And with the sacred sword, stopped him. The crowd erupted. Now even doubters believed. The rejected woman had saved the kingdom. And at last, The truth stood naked. Rejection had hidden royalty. Pain had trained a queen. Then something impossible happened. King Obinna removed his crown and knelt before everyone. To Chineye. Gasps filled the kingdom. He placed the crown on her head. The throne was always yours. At that exact moment, lightning struck the same Iroko tree in Umuora. The prophecy fulfilled. The child carrying a throne wrapped in sorrow. It was Chineye. Everything made sense. The rejection. The hiding. The suffering. The crown. It was all preparation. Then everyone expected revenge. But Chineye shocked them. She forgave the village. Forgave even those who mocked her. And that moved the kingdom more than miracles. Because power did not change her. Pain had made her wise. And wisdom made her queen. Queen Chineye ruled with justice. No orphan was abandoned. No woman was called cursed again. And she made one law. No soul shall be judged. The same village that rejected her now honored her. And Mama Neko smiled. Because the child she hid by fear, Umuora changed for Eve, had become destiny fulfilled. Before her death she whispered, I told you. You were hidden. Not cursed. People say on moonlit nights, royal drums still echo in the wind. A reminder that those the world rejects may carry crowns unseen. That destiny often hides greatness in suffering. And sometimes, the woman everyone fears is the one sent to save them. Because rejection is not always punishment. Sometimes, it is protection before purpose. And when the hour comes, destiny reveals what was hidden overnight. Just as it did for Queen Chineye. And that is why the rejected woman became queen. The end.